Hello gamers, Matt here with That's Fair Podcasting and now Gaming Geeks Live. And in this video I'm going to talk about what I feel are my all-time 3 favorite video game RPGs. There will be some honorable mentions that I think will be left out that many of you are going to be scratching your heads thinking, why in the hell did he leave these ones out? It was tough. This is just an opinion, but this is just my 3 favorite RPG video games of all time. And in the comment section, maybe throw yours out. But anyway, stay tuned. Kind of a hard topic to really put in on a camera, in a video, even on paper. Just trying to think about what are my 3 favorite video game RPGs of all time. Anyway, like I said again, Matt here with That's Fair Podcasting and Gaming Geeks Live. And if you have a moment, please subscribe to That's Fair Podcasting or Gaming Geeks Live down there. Maybe like the video if you can, and if you don't do any of those, that doesn't matter. If you stayed and watched the video, that's what matters to me the most, and I sincerely appreciate it. It means the world to me, so thank you for joining me. Now, before I get into my 3 favorite RPGs and why, I'm going to give you my 3 honorable mentions, and this is tough because these are so good, and I hate leaving these out, but I have to. It's hard, but here we go. And number 1, when I do my favorites, it'll be from 3-2 to my very favorite. But the number 1 honorable mention to me is Witcher 3. That's the one where most of you are scratching your head going, this dumbass is leaving The Witcher 3 out of his favorites. It was tough. Because playing Geralt, I actually had a blast with that game. I was blown away with what CD Projekt Red was able to do with that world. I didn't join the Witcher series until Witcher 2. But when I played Witcher 3, I couldn't believe what I was immersed in. It was like, to me at the time, an answer to Skyrim, if that makes sense. I mean, it really was, because Skyrim was huge, and it didn't even make honorable mention Skyrim. But Witcher 3 is definitely number 1 as far as on my honorable mentions list. Now, my number 2 honorable mention, another CD Projekt Red game, Cyberpunk 2077. A buggy mess upon release, tough to play, stuck with it, and then of course, CDPR, they come out, they fix the whole thing, ultimately add Phantom Liberty, and if I'm not mistaken, I think I'm hearing rumors of another big update. I don't know if it's expansion or update, but I've been kind of hearing whispers about that. But when they fix that game, playing V, I played the Nomad through twice, played the Street Kid once and the Corpo once, but I think that I enjoyed the Nomad experience overall playing V. I loved what Keanu Reeves did as Johnny Silverhand. The game is phenomenal and the replay value extremely high. That is my number 2 honorable mention. Now, my number 3 honorable mention is the first Mass Effect by BioWare. Hard not to have that in the original 3, but there's a reason. In my favorite 3, but there's a reason. It's honorable mention number 3. And it broke new ground. It was a brand new IP, a brand new story that introduced us to Commander Shepard and great cast of characters like my all-time favorite NPC, Garrus. All-time favorite of any game. He's my favorite. Ashley, Caden, Rex, Tally, and I feel like I'm missing someone. If I am, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not. It's hard. It's the first one, but I've played it so many times and now I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, I really, I absolutely love the first Mass Effect. I love BioWare's direction with it, and I love the story, and I love the trilogy. So those are my honorable mentions. So please don't crucify me, but had to do it. But now, as my favorite RPGs of all time, number 3 has to go to Fallout 3. I enjoyed Obsidian's New Vegas. Don't get me wrong. Unpopular opinion, I liked Fallout 3 better. It was my first true Bethesda experience. I messed with Oblivion a little bit when it was on the 360, but I didn't get heavily into it because there were so many other projects and games. But when Fallout 3 came out, the wasteland of the DC, I was blown away. I believe it was Liam Neeson who voiced your father. You open up that book as a baby, you are special. You're already building. That game, it meant something. Everything you did, it had a purpose. It meant something so extraordinary to me. The graphics, when you leave the vault and you venture into the wasteland of DC, it was just so awesome. You go to Megaton pretty much first and foremost, or you ultimately go to Tenpenny's Tower and destroy Megaton, however route you choose to take. I did that once. I did that one time, but I typically chose the Megaton one. Disarm the bomb. I think get that free home in Megaton. Just an immersive experience by. At that time, Bethesda was on top of the RPGs, and to this day, hopefully the rumors are true. Fallout 3 remastered. Fingers crossed. I will be first and foremost in line to get that. But Fallout 3 is number 3 on my all-time favorite list. Now, my number 2, the number 1 spot's no big surprise. I mean, if anybody's watched my videos in the past, you'll know my all-time favorite video game ever is obviously my all-time favorite RPG. But number 2 is Mass Effect 2, and here's why. The OG Suicide Squad. Did it not get any better? I mean, how many sequels to RPGs to me were better than the one before? I mean, yes, you could say The Witchers, definitely. You can't say the same with some of the other ones, in like Dragon Age, but Mass Effect 2 opened up just a plethora of new characters. You got a huge crew. It sucked you could only have 2 other people with Commander Shepard. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel. And I go into every store to get that sponsorship so you can get a discount and on the Citadel. But these new NPCs with some old ones. Obviously, you had Garrus returning, you had Tally, but in missions you had other ones like Rex. You had Ashley or Caden, depending on who you allowed to die and not allowed to die on Vermeer in the first one. But you had even Liara in, I believe, a DLC, Lair of the Shadowbroker or something like that. But you had the new NPCs. You had Miranda, Thane, Jack. You had Morton Solus. Grunt. The expanded ones, the DLC ones in Kasumi and Zaid, Jacob. And if I'm leaving anybody out, I'm sorry. I mean, I'll add in Dr. Chakwas. But to me, when you pass through the Omega 4 relay and you go on that suicide mission, I wanted so bad to cheat and figure out who to do what and save and all that. Of course, I saved before I started making some decisions, obviously. Like, I think at one time I put Thane through the ventilation shafts and I killed him. I had to play that game enough so I could figure out on my own how to save everybody after their loyalty missions. And BioWare, to me, was at their apex in 2010 with Mass Effect 2. It didn't get any better than that. I mean, I think that they closed the trilogy fairly good. I wasn't as satisfied with the ending as I probably wished I could have been, but that's not the point. It was a great trilogy, and that's why I still play Legendary Edition to this day. So Mass Effect 2 rounds out number 2. Now, drum roll. My number 1 all-time favorite, not only RPG but video game ever, is BioWare's Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. No video game captured me and kept me so just focused on the television screen. Me and my wife used to run like a DJ service at a bar from about 9 to 1 in the morning. And I remember at that time we were just, this because, KOTOR came out in 2003. I remember getting home as quickly as possible and playing that. And we were home by about 2 after packing everything up. And anyway, I remember playing and thinking, wow, only a couple hours has gone by. And then I start hearing birds chirping. I look over behind myself, behind the curtains, and the sun was coming up. So it had been way longer than 2 hours. And the replay value was extremely high. Introducing characters to us such as Bastila Shan, Cartho Nassi, Canderous Ordo. You had T3, you had HK, you had Jolie Bindo, you had Juhani. I mean, again, if I'm leaving people out, I don't mean to. I don't think I am, or Mission Vale and Zalbar. Thank you. Whew, pretty big ones too, and I'm almost left them out. But anyway, and you got to finally play as a Jedi. You cracked your lightsaber in an RPG, open world, so to speak. I mean, they were linear when you landed on them, but it's not the point. You got to go from planet to planet whenever you wanted, and Manon blew me away. Harakert Rift well underneath the water. And I just remember, I'm a huge Warsy. I'm a massive Star Wars guy. So Knights of the Old Republic 2, that remake slash remaster is coming out. I know it is. They're working on it. I'm excited for it. I will be purchasing that one as well. But that is number one of all time Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, not only in RPG, but in video game history. To me, my favorite ever. But guys, thank you for this pointless rambling video. But if you don't mind, tell me your 3 all-time favorite, just strictly RPGs, but throw them in the comment section if you don't mind, man. That would be great, because I love replying to people. I give people the feedback, And anyway, and again, if you don't mind subscribing to That's Fair Podcasting, Gaming Geeks Live, like the video to help us, get more views, grow us, help us. And if you didn't do any of those things and you just stayed for the video, thank you so much. It really means the world to me. I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you to the new subscribers that have jumped on recently. It's slow growing, but we're about to hit 100. And to me, that's a big milestone as far as That's Fair Podcasting. We're almost at 100. As of right now, we're at 90. Fingers crossed. I mean, it's just an exciting thing. And Gaming Geeks Live is brand new, growing. So we're in double digits on subscribers now. But anyway, guys, enough of that crap. Thank you so much for watching the video. That's what matters the most. And as I always say to you gamers, all love to you. And I'm outro.